What is up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. Today we're also streaming on Twitch and YouTube. I got it all set up, so wherever you guys are seeing this from, welcome. Just move this over a little bit. Now, since my warrior does not have Azerite armor, I'm gonna create a new one today. We're gonna do some dungeons, some islands on a good old prot warrior, but I want to check out that armor. So let's create a brand new warrior. What's up, Invasive? Hey, Invasive, do me a favor and use one of the custom emojis you have, just so that I can see how it looks on this new streaming thing I got set up, just to see if it comes up just the same. And let's go with the good old slack jaw there. And then name. Hey, the random name has corpse in it. We'll go with that. Oh, it does not. It kind of sucks. I'm gonna have to be changing that then. Let me see. Let me take a look here. Let me look. Yeah, it isn't showing it. I'm gonna have to check out to see if I can find another way of doing it. Actually, what I can do right now is just do this. Let's see. Oh, and there we go. We'll just do that for now. We've got our brand new warrior here. Let's take a look. I know we looked at Azerite armor last time, but this time I actually want to run with the warrior to see if it fixes anything, see if it changes anything really. I just have to change around a few key bindings, a few things like that. Let's see. Everything should be all set, actually. Just getting things set. Let's see. Which one's that one? Okay. What's up, Demon Hunter? How you doing, man? We've got 2 heroic leaps on there. Let's take a look here. How you doing, Demon Hunter? Pug life. Last day of work before vacation. Nice, man. How long of a vacation? This 4 spots normally in Eltharian's Fury. What else we got? We got Ignore Pain. Oh wait, Ignore Pain is gone, guys. Ignore Pain is gone. Someone had mentioned if Ignore Pain was gone. And I was like, no, I don't think so. They just changed it. And no, they removed it in this last build, I guess. It's gone. 15 days only? That's not too bad, man. That's not too bad. So we've got a lot of coming soon here. We've got 3 things that are no longer here. So they removed Inspiring Presence. which kind of sucks. It was pretty good actually. Raid wide buff, a little bit of passive healing for everyone. We'll pick up impending victory so we can use it when we run some dungeons. They removed the enrage that you would get from automatically casting ignore pain, because ignore pain is gone. We'll pick up best serve cold. Let's see here. I kind of like the taunt having no cooldown. I've gotten really used to it at this point. We'll pick up Devastator. Vengeance is shield block, and Revenge. Booming Voice is 40 rage now, and increasing damage you do to a target by 15 instead of 25. So rip warriors, man. What are they doing? Anger management, every 10 rage you spend reduces. That's still the same. That's still the same. We'll pick up heavy repercussions right now since we no longer have ignore pain. I want higher uptime on that. Let's also equip my weapons on this brand new tune. It was too strong. What's up, nerds? I wish it was too strong. This new iteration of it was not very strong at all. The only thing I have left to put on my bars, I actually have a macro that I created. Let me throw on this reload UI one, and then one last key binding, and we can just start jumping into this. That one. Oh, and actually this one. I think that's it for my keybinds. We've got a gap on our bars here where Ignore Pain was. This is where Neltharian's Fury was. So until I get used to having other spells there, it's just gonna remain like that. Alright, what did we get here? We got Thunderclap gives us an absorption shield when it hits only one person. Yeah, this one's not really gonna help it. We have to kill something, and then we get versatility. Stacks up to 2 times. Alright, we'll give this a shot, and then I'm gonna try the whole dodge thing that they have going on here, because I don't care about execute, and then having secondary stats is okay, but it's honestly not that great. You made yourself a profile logo for the first time all through MS Paint. Oh, I see it, man. Nice. What's up, Max? Alright, let's queue up for some of these dungeons. And we can also start heading on over and queuing up for islands. You're gonna use your other 15 days, dude. You get a whole month of vacation per year. That's pretty good, man. What's up, Steve? All right, Freehold. We no longer have Ignore Pain. Let's see how this goes. I hit my Ignore Pain button just because I'm very used to having it. Oh man, I'm gonna miss Ignore Pain. I'm not taking as much damage as I was before, but this is with there it is. My shield block just came off, so I no longer have shield block. They made me a little bit tankier. They made warriors just a little bit tankier. Okay. Oh, there goes the tankiness. Rip the tankiness. What's up, New Era? How you doing, man? By the way, guys, I am streaming on both YouTube and Twitch right now. At least it should be. It should be. If one of you wouldn't mind checking out Twitch to see if it is streaming on both, I would appreciate that a lot. Oh, man. Twitch is working? Alright, cool. Thank you, Invasive. I appreciate it, man. There seems... Okay, now that they did remove the ignore pain, even this new, like, nerfed iteration that they had added in, I have a lot of extra rage that I don't know what to do with. I don't know what to do with it. You gotta open too? Thanks, man. Yeah, there's all this extra rage, and no pain to ignore. I need to create that meme now. Let's spam over there. Oh no. Is it me or did anyone else expect BFA to be out later than the confirmed date? It was supposed to be September. I believe the original release date that I had read somewhere was like September, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Nah, just kidding, August 14th." That's like next month. You guys want to complete all of your Mage Tower things? You guys got to get it done in the next 3 months, because in 4 months is the pre-patch. So good luck. You guys have 3 months. I just wonder what this is gonna do at this point. I realize it's only 3 months, so it's not terrible. But at this point, I wonder if any guilds that were pushing Mythic Argus are just like, and we're done. We're done. I don't want to do this anymore. Oh, there's mules over there. I've never done this pull, but here's a pat. I'm gonna do the pull with the mules. Haven't done it before. Maybe the mules are like the first time you ever did SFK, and those horses were trampling everywhere. But back in those days, you would do anything for a bigger bag, and money was hard to come by. So you were like, I have to kill these horses. They might drop a bag for me. I need this. Yeah, I thought September, but no, they hit us with the August 14th, and not only that, they just it's pre-patch is gonna come in July then. Maybe even late June, depending on how much there is to do in the pre-patch, but I'd say pre-patch is early July, early to mid-July, and then you just by that point you have to get everything you need. Any of your artifact weapons that have like the PvP talents that you need to get honor for, those level 50 prestige level 1 artifact weapons, those need to be completed before the pre-patch, because honor is going away, or honor as it currently is going away. Any Mage Tower challenges you need to do, those are going away. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do between now and August 14th. We did get a bit of a body pull here, so we'll just pick these guys up. Oh man, it sucks that you can't be Zandalari at launch. Dude, you're telling me you got a race change? Man, I was... The Zandalari trolls were the only other ones that I was like, you know, that sounds like a really cool race. I'm probably gonna do that too. Have maybe my druid or something, but no Zandalari trolls. As a side note, when we talk about like classes and races, I wish they made something else other than Blood Elves and Night Elves be able to be Demon Hunters. I would like a Demon Hunter that's not one of those two classes. Oh man, I'm taking a ton of damage. Yeah, I wish Demon Hunters could be something else. Even if it's like Nightborn, they're still kind of like elves and Void Elves. Just to have at least one other choice, because I mean, even back in the day when paladins and shamans were very restricted, that's just what it felt like. It just felt like they were restricted. Recklessness is on the global cooldown, by the way. That's not how it is in live. That's weird. We have too many elves in the game. I agree. There was no need for like all these elf races. They should have just added in the barbershop, you could go get a tan, and it turns out that elves tan blue and turn into blood or into Nightborn. It's just like, oh yeah, you know, I forgot to tell you, they turn into that. I don't know, what does this do? Heals. Oh, nice. At least you'll have Mag'har Orc Priest. And then there's some race combinations that are impossible that I don't understand. Like, we have Tauren Paladins, but you can't be a high mountain Tauren Paladin. I don't see why not. What is this? Oh, after. Flying mount here. Doesn't matter. But yeah, there's certain combinations that, you know, I kind of, at this point, it's like, is lore really attached to all the combinations all the time? I feel like there's certain combinations that are just like added on as an afterthought. Can we just do it all? Can I just mix and match whatever I want, please? All right, these pulls are going to be interesting. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, let's get my shield block up. Now, a lot of the guys that are patrolling around, or the guys that are patrolling around, there are one elite and a bunch of non-elites, so if we pull this, you know, no big deal. You wouldn't think Void Elves could be Holy Priest? Yeah, that too. There's certain, like, you know, very specific classes that are, you know, a bit interesting. Alright, let's just knock all these guys out. We also have to clear this area. We don't necessarily have to, but I like doing this whole thing. Oh, that camera kind of glitched out for a second there. Alright, so let's see if we die on our warrior. I mean, it's a ton of damage. Oh man. And I got Demo Shout up. I had Shield Block up that whole time. That's a lot of damage without a lot of self-healing, or without any self-healing really. I mean, I think they probably made us a little tankier past. Oh no. This is not going to help. I think they made us a little tankier passively, but I mean, who knows? Could just be me. I know they made the whole changes to like block and having active blocking and plus armor that you have. So, I mean, there's those changes. Alright, let me just start chaining my defensives because this is getting out of hand. Not looking bad. Not looking bad. There's just, it just seems a little bursty. Sometimes I take really high burst damage, sometimes I don't. Oh no. I think haste is gonna go a long way for prot warriors to try to keep that shield block uptime as high as possible. I think we're gonna go back to the heavy repercussions build that we had before before Nighthold really, or during Nighthold as well. During Nighthold we had a high heavy repercussions. Officially less heals than Brewmaster. Well, it depends on what this talent point is gonna be, right? So right now I picked up this one, but this impending victory, you know, you don't really pick this up unless you're solo questing or something. For any other reason, you just don't pick that up. I pick it up when I'm soloing bosses because Inspiring Presence doesn't affect me. But yeah, there's not... We'll see what else they add in that row. I still have yet to see the bubble, although I probably got it when I did the last boss fight. But I don't think it's very significant. I think it's like 500. Let's see. An absorption shield for 300. 300. I have a total HP pool of 21,000. I get a bubble for 300. John Turner, what about having humanoid elemental type race? That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, humanoid. Oh, you're talking about like a humanoid shaman, or are we talking about a whole new one? Oh, I'm going down. All right, we're good. We're good. Gotta pick this guy up. I don't know where this guy came from. Humanoid elemental race. Oh, you're talking about not humans per se. You're talking about like when shamans go Super Saiyan and they turn into an elemental one. I know what you're talking about. They the ones that you're referring to specifically look like what are they called? The guys that are like mummies. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. A whole new race. Yeah, I see. That'd be pretty cool. I can see them coming in. All right, got him free. The ethereals, yes, that's the one. Yeah, something a little more elemental that looks like the ethereals. But yeah, the ethereals, but kind of like elemental. I'm very interested to see where they take this whole allied race thing. Just because, like anytime a game does something this new and this kind of out there, and they say like, no, we're gonna add a ton of stuff. Don't worry about it. Over the years, things are just gonna be slowly added. I wonder if it's really just gonna end up being, hey, you remember in BFA when they added allied races and we got those 4 races? And then they never did it again. You know, I wonder if they're gonna do it that way, or if it really is gonna be something that they work on actively from now on, and even retroactively, right? Because we're getting stuff like the Dark Iron Dwarfs, stuff that used to be around back in the day. So I wonder if they're just gonna do it for like a lot of different races. And I mean, there's some factions that just, you know, they don't really matter, because when we talk about, let's say, Argent Dawn, for example, it doesn't matter because they're human. They have different priorities. They did different things, but you know, they're human. So there's you know, certain combinations that I can see. Like, I mean, I really doubt we'll ever get like Furbolg. You know what I mean? Uh oh, we got to get this blackout barrel. All right. Yeah, so I doubt we'll ever get stuff like Furbolg or anything like that, but you know, it'd be interesting to see which ones they do and don't add, especially from the old world. All these races and factions that we've seen from the very beginning of WoW, all of a sudden start getting added. As far as like the elemental ones, I mean, those might even come out of like Deepholm. You know, Deepholm had a lot of that, elementals coming to life. Should short Blizz and 51% company with the money from private servers? Well, they're gonna make their own servers at this point. They said, we don't want the money that private servers are making. We're gonna make our own classic WoW. They shut down Nostarius, and then in the court trial they were like, wait. You draw how many people in? Jerry, do you know how much money we could get for those amount of people? Now we're making our own servers. Shut it down. We're making our own. There's no loot for these guys? Really? I didn't see... No one on my team looted anything. No, that's a green. Okay. Those guys have always kind of been glitchy. You want Murloc and Eridar? They've said in interviews that we would be surprised to know how close Murlocs were as a playable race. So I think Murlocs as a playable race were definitely up there. I mean, we even talk about the world quest, right? We have that world quest where you turn into the Murloc and you go and you do all these spells. The animations are there. The player controls are there. They were going to try it out, and then they decided at the very last second, no, never mind. What are these things? Like, isn't that the guy we rescued? Murphy and Sharkbait's meal is gonna be the next guy we get to, huh? Was also talking with Guildies. The FPS PvP mode would be a fun challenge. First person server? It might bring a different type of gamer into WoW. That'd be interesting. Yeah, especially now that they're kind of splitting up into two worlds, right? Now we're gonna have WoW Classic and Live WoW. I think in Live WoW they're always gonna try to push for the new technology things, right? We're gonna have new mechanics, new dungeons, new abilities, new spells, you know, new things that kind of look flashy, use a better game engine. They're gonna update the textures, the models every so often. But then when we talk about WoW Classic, it's gonna be the old textures. I hope it's the old textures. I hope it's the old models, which reminds me a lot of RuneScape. They have RuneScape 3, which is their live version, the area that they're still actively working on to be the new player experience. And then they have RuneScape Classic, which is for those people who really like the old stuff. And one thing that they have there that I think is pretty cool is they have a ton of different areas that you go to on the map that have completely different mini games, and no matter how much they're used or not used, they're still always there, So it'd be interesting if, like, WoW Classic, instead of adding like the new expansion zones, like WoW Classic is just gonna be Kalimdor and the Eastern Kingdoms. It'd be interesting if they just start adding like small islands off the edge or something, and start adding like those mini games, something like that, like the FPS PvP mode. Maybe like, you know, certain areas that you can go and do certain things that they don't want to do with live, that have certain cosmetic rewards or something like that. It's gonna be interesting seeing WoW Classic, because WoW Classic is gonna draw in a lot of people, but it can't stay as WoW Classic forever. It just can't. It eventually needs to start evolving and becoming its own product. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with it. Here's the worst boss fight. I'm trying to catch a pig. But yeah, it's going to be real interesting to see what they do with it. They definitely going to need to do some more development over the years, at least. Like maybe every few months have a smaller patch where they add this, they add that. But I think for WoW Classic, one of the biggest mistakes they would be able to do is removing things. I think people always want to be able to do what they used to do. And pig, oh, it's got 4 more attempts on it. Come on, pig. Oh, they got it. Got it. I mean, even when we do like the new Battleground. Have you guys done the new Battleground, Seething Shore? You jump in like a battle royale game. You're on a ship, and then you jump in, and you have a thrust button to propel you forward, and you slowly lose altitude till you hit a certain altitude, and then you deploy your parachute. Like it's a battle royale intro into, you know, WoW PvP that we all know. So I mean, there's a lot of things they can do with the engine, and I don't know if the live team is willing to take those risks, but I think the WoW Classic team can take those risks and do temporary events or even permanent fixtures. Alright, let me see. I'm going to try to pay attention this time to try to see if I can see this bubble that I get. Arathi Blizzard was a cool concept. Yeah, some of the brawls are pretty neat. But the unfortunate part of it is they introduce brawls when PvP is at an all-time low, because nobody cares about PvP right now because it's so broken in the real world. So, you know, that kind of translates into, I can't practice for it. Why am I going to practice live on a battleground? It's like trying to practice live on stage. It's like, it's too late. It's too late for practice. I have to know what I'm doing at this point. There was no. Okay, so let me see. Thunderclap, thunderclap. Ready? Thunderclap. Where's my bubble? I didn't see my bubble at all. I didn't see it. Thunderclap hits one person. I'm supposed to get a bubble. Thunderclap bubble. I don't see it. It's only like 300, so maybe it's just disappearing that fast. Okay, look. Auto attack. Bubble. Am I missing it? Do you guys see it on the bars? Oh, there it is. I saw it. It looked like a thunderclap icon. Oh man. Okay, okay. Ready? Bubble. There it is. Absorbs 300 damage. Oh, and it's gone. And it's gone. Back to work for sure. For sure, Demon Hunter. I should do an all tank run. I don't even know if there's that many people playing tanks in the alpha right now. Ooh, new gloves. Haste verse, better than, what does it have? Mastery what? In combat. Mastery verse, yeah. Haste verse better than that. Must be bugged. It's not bugged. It's just 300. My HP pool is 21,000 right now, and that bubble is 300. Like, it's so weak. I'm sure if they add, you know how a lot of every expansion they add like 20 different types of food that do all sorts of weird things, but then raiders end up using like 3 different ones. I'm sure they're gonna add a food that gives you a bubble, and I'm sure that bubble is gonna be more than what this bubble gives me, and it's gonna be the food that nobody cares about, and for some reason it's still gonna be a better bubble. Do I think brewmasters are going to be any good? I think they always are gonna have a spot, man. Because of the way stagger works, brewmasters are always going to have a spot in progression. Because when all your other tanks are getting hit for 10k, your brewmasters are going to be getting hit for 1k. So on progression, they're invaluable. Invaluable. Like, it's insane to think that while all your other tanks are getting one shot, brewmasters are just kind of like hanging out. They just need your healers to pay a little bit more attention to them with rolling out hots. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna take more overall damage at the end of the fight, but you know, it's gonna be a smooth damage curve. So yeah, brewmasters are always going to have a spot when we talk about progression rating. If we look at every single metric, are they going to be the best in every single metric? Probably not. They're the best for making your healers not freak out, which is like a chain effect, which causes your group to feel better. You know, whenever a healer is having a hard time with a tank, it's because the tank is getting chunked down. So if that never happens with brewmasters, you know, healers are just not gonna have a big problem. Damon Docs, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. All right, we got a pad over here. Just rename the title stream Rip Prot Warriors. I wanted to see if the Azerite armor was going to affect anything. I remember last time thinking it wasn't that impressive, but I was like, hey, well, you know what? Maybe it's a little bit different, but they took away ignore pain. Like, I've said it a few times. Unfortunately, all it seems like that has happened to Prot Warriors at the moment is a few, like a lot of nerfs, a lot of minuses, a lot of taking away, but they haven't done a lot of giving them something. Things cost more rage, so our rage spenders cost more rage, our rage generators generate less rage, and then we got some of our toolkit removed too. I guess I don't have that bound. I'm gonna need to look at my key bindings. But yeah, like right now there's another PvP brawl, but you can see that attendance is low because I was trying to do it yesterday and my queue time, my average queue time was 18 minutes, which sucks. So hopefully they change PvP for the better in BFA. So far, they haven't worked on it. I mean, at this point, they gave themselves a timeline of 4 months, right? Or actually, if we talk about pre-patch, it should be in the pre-patch. So 3 months, 3.5 months maybe. So hopefully they get it all figured out by then. We'll see. All right, healers got decent mana. Let's do it. Last boss. How's everyone doing? What's up, Boltstar? How you doing, man? Battle cry is on the global. I hope a lot of these things are going to be changed because I started seeing that a lot of classes have had a lot of their moves added to the global. So I hope that for the test build, they just kind of quickly did combat, and that's not how things are going to be, because certain things being on the global after, you know, 2 years of them not being on the global feels so clunky. Also, one other thing I want to see is, since PvP is kind of like half implemented right now where you can PvP on an island, I want to see if trinkets are working for PvP, because in Legion, all of that gets disabled. Ah, I was trying to get my trinket from here, but... Wait. How come over here on the right-hand side, it says that I still need to defeat the boss? The boss that we just killed. The corpse that's on the ground. That's weird. Harlan Sweet defeated. That's this guy. He's dead. Oh, okay, some people did get gear. Okay. Well then, let's jump out of here. Can't complain. Did it, Prot Warriors. I'm gonna go check out the island person as well. Also, did I level this up anymore? Wait, they removed my level? I had this. I picked this up in the middle of the dungeon. Why did my Azerite de-level? I'm supposed to get Azerite every time I do a dungeon. What? What? I want to see what the mother load looks like on a Prot Warrior too. It's gonna be interesting. I don't think anything else has really changed here. Generates 5, generates 15 instead of 20. This still costs 25. Oh, it costs 40. Oh, it should have. I think last time it was 35. Okay. Did they give us the old Berserker Rage back? Nope. That'd be nice. If they gave us the old Berserker, some of these changes can be a little nullified. For those of you guys who didn't play Prot Warriors or anything like that, the old Berserker Rage, in addition to kind of like breaking sap and fear, its PvE use was when you would take damage, it would actually generate more rage from the damage taken. So there was a double use for it. Working as intended? Oh, man, I hope not. Come on, Prot Warriors, we can do it. Well, the thing is, too, one thing that gives me a little bit of hope is that I think now they're working on, you know, certain classes at a time. I think the Survival Hunter is probably their biggest project because they want to completely revamp it. But stuff like this gives me hope, right? There's new talent points coming. Hopefully we get some new abilities. I just, you know, hopefully some things are changing for the positive. My Azeroth next scales to the dungeon. It on the first pull I only had 1 talent point, but then okay, I mean that's fine. I'll probably get a level up or 2 from here. Happened to you last night? Pretty sure that was a stance. No, the old Berserker Rage used to give you more rage. Let me see. Can I look it up? This vanilla wiki. If we look at the vanilla WoW wiki, Berserker Rage, it reads: a free self buff that renders a warrior immune to fear and incapacitate effects, notably sap, causes extra rage to be generated when taking damage. Last 10 seconds, has a 30-second cooldown. I remember tanking with it and using it for extra rage. Alright, Motherload on a warrior. This is what I wanted to see. Oh, let me check my my Azerite neck to see if I've got that extra talent point, because that dodge, I'm gonna need everything I can get for this dungeon. It does scale. You're alright. Alright, so I have no CC like I do on my Demon Hunter, so I can't just like demonic imprison the mech jockeys myself. Refresher, is that a heal? What does that do? I didn't see it heal anybody. Alright, let's jump over here, see what this does. Maybe you never didn't realize you didn't play Prot too much back then. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people used it for that, but yeah, it definitely had that secondary effect. Let's go ahead and stun. I'm not running Warbringer, I'm running Shockwave because of the AoE capabilities of it, so we'll see. Can we get a little bit more chain stun? We need one more stun. One more stun. My charge doesn't stun. Oh, we got it. We got it. Okay. Is there another? No, no other mech jockeys over here. Let's pull a little bit more. See how this goes. Just charge in with Warbringer. Warbringer is only a single target stun now, and so I picked up Shockwave for the AoE portion of it. It's also really good for when you're taking high amounts of damage. Just throw a stun out. You know, nothing can hit you. You're not going to be taking damage when everything's stunned. So, AoE stuns are good defensively as well. Normal and Taurus later, yeah. So right now, maybe in about an hour and a half. It's, yeah, in about an hour and a half we'll do normal on Taurus. Oh, we're pulling some of the non-elites here. This guy with the spritzer. Alright, so we can go this way and skip that mob, right? Everybody, let's go this way. Come on. Perfect. Oh, that guy fell. Rip. Oh, okay, alright, we're good, we're good. So we have one mech jockey over here. Uh-oh. Alright, so I have to make sure that they don't jump in. Nope, too late. Oh, rip the dream, guys. Alright, so while the peacekeepers are casting their bubble, their shield, they can't hit me in the face. So let's let them cast whatever the heck they... Oh no, I'm almost dead. Oh man. Ignore pain spam. Ignore pain. No, that's not how it works now. Oh great, I can't stun the peacekeepers either. Alright. We got a rallying cry out there. Trying to survive, trying to do everything I can to survive. This feels a little bit more difficult than my Vengeance Demon Hunter. I'm just gonna throw that out there. And I have 10 stacks of dodge apparently. Is Proud Warrior bad at the moment? I wouldn't say it's completely terrible, but it's not good. It's not looking good, man. They in this latest build they completely removed Ignore Pain. So if you remember, they nerfed our rage generators, so we generate less rage, and then they upped the rage cost of our rage spenders. So we generate less rage even though we need to use more rage to keep stuff up. And then they completely removed Ignore Pain now. I want to see what they replace it with, because who knows. Alright, let's jump in. So it's just like a lot of take and no give to warriors. That's all. And then my Azerite armor gives me a bubble that's 300 of a total value of 300. There's no way to increase that value as far as I know. It's not like based on attack power or anything. My total HP pool is 21,000. So when we talk about I get a bubble for 300, that's, you know, it's nothing. So yeah, right now they're in a state where it's like they took a lot away, they didn't give us enough back, and right now they also removed Ignore Pain. They don't like how it plays, which is fine. Ignore Pain is a really weird mechanic to play around, to be like, yeah, my look at my warrior, I'm on the healing charts. It's really weird to say that when you're not talking about a DK and even a demon hunter at this point. But still, it doesn't feel good. Alright, I got my stun off on them. Let me go ahead and just pick that guy up. One of these guys is going to jump in. There it is. One thing I'm noticing is cooldowns come by a lot quicker even if you're not running anger management. And the amount of rage that we generate and eat isn't the same as it is in live. In live we can spend and eat a lot more rage because we have that Ignore Pain dump. Right now there is, you know, our rage dump is basically revenge. So anger management doesn't seem to be as good of a choice as it is on live. So I'm running heavy repercussions right now, but I'm still suffering from, you know, the fact that we just have random gear thrown on here. So I need a lot more haste. What's my haste at? 15%. That is terrible. It's definitely not great. Yeah, no. No, ignore paint. No, man, it's gone. It's gone. Look at my bars. My number 6 key used to be where my ignore pain was. It's gone. It's gone. I'll show you right now. Back to maining DPS only. We'll see what they replace it with, right? Because if I do something like look at the talent tree, we've got coming soon talent, coming soon talent, coming soon talent. So who knows? Maybe those talent points are going to be just amazing. Oh man, I'm dying. I'm dying. But yeah, ignore pain. It's gone. It's gone. Oh, the healer said he had lag. That's why I was dying. Alright. The only button I don't have here is Heroic Leap because I have a macro for it. And that's it. All of the other spells I have on my bars. And if you look at my bars, there is no ignore pain. It's gone. Alright, so we got the static pulse, which I'm going to just charge back in, generate a little bit of extra rage. Vengeance weaving nowadays, by the way, is weaving between shield block and revenge. So that's what vengeance weaving is. There's the claw going out right here. It's going to hit somebody. Yep. Hit my healer? Yeah, hit my healer. Oh, I got a bomb kick to me. I didn't even pay attention to that. Alright, time for this pulse. Kind of like the knockback of Garathi Worldbreaker. I use it as a chance to charge back in. Alright, there's the Shocking Claw going to be in front of him, and the bombs are being kicked right on top of him. I don't want those bombs to go off on me. They make me take double damage. Don't want that. Why are you kicking it to the tank? Oh, man. Here, tank, hold this. Alright, so you guys remember last time we were here, the kind of pulls I was doing on my Demon Hunter? It's not going to happen on this guy. I'm not going to do those same type of pulls. Oh, I got bombed again. Nice. So, if you guys were wondering if there's any friendly fire that's going to be added to the game, yeah, on this map, they're going to add friendly fire. Okay, no crazy pulls. Last time on my Demon Hunter, I was able to pull all 4 packs at once because I had meta up. It doesn't matter if I have like shield wall up right now. It's just not gonna happen. Alright, this is gonna be a fun pull. Will they add friendly fire back to Tol Dagor with the cannons? I don't know. So the Tol Dagor one, what it does do is it does stun everyone. So if you shoot where your tank is, it's going to be like knocking back your tank and interrupting any spell casting your healers might be doing and stuff. But I don't know if they're going to add friendly fire. I hope not, because jumping in those cannons right now is a DPS increase. So that means that those cannons are going to hit harder than any player mob will. So if you have like, you know, imagine 2 DPSers on you the whole time that someone's shooting you with the cannons. That's going to lead to a lot of Mythic Plus rip keys where someone's going to jump in and be like, I want to do the cannons. I saw people do them. That looks really cool. And then they're just going to shoot their whole group. It's just going to be a lot of rip keys and a lot of potential for grieving. Although I guess that this boss is the same. Potential for grieving. If you have like a mage that just doesn't like you, they can just jump around, blink around, and kick all the bombs to you. So there's that. Alright, so every time one of these sappers dies, they drop a bunch of bombs on the ground. So there, 2 of them are about to go down. There it is. More bombs. There it is. Uh-oh. What was that? Oh, they found an imp. Oh no, this is a big pull now. Alright, I pop shield wall. Popping what I can. Here's a rallying cry. You know, just trying to stay alive, but I don't know. This doesn't look very good. I'm going to try to get a killing blow here, because if I get victory rushed, then maybe I can stay alive. But there it is. Healing cooldowns. Because I don't have any cooldowns left. A Mythic Plus affix for friendly fire would be hilarious. They used to have that, kind of, right? They used to have that healing one. I forget what it was called. But if the healer overhealed you, it would give you a bubble that was that didn't allow you to get healed. So if you already had 100% and somebody healed you for 1 million, you would get a bubble that would stop you from getting healed for the next 1 million. Love your content. Can I tell me your thoughts on prop pallies right now in the alpha? Prop pallies are in a good spot, man. Prop pallies are doing good. And I appreciate the support, Rodrigo. I really do, man. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, prop pallies are in a really good spot right now. I'm playing prop warriors because they keep changing them, and you know, this is going to be my main. At least I really want it to be my main. But a lot of negative changes right now. I think I'm gonna die. Oh no. So yeah, prop pallies right now are looking really good. My co-tank is a prop paladin, so if he wasn't going to go prop pally, I would probably go warrior and paladin for BFA. That's how strong I feel about paladins. Warrior is just it's a pick where it's like that's more of an emotional pick for me. But paladins are doing really good. But yeah, I'm gonna go prop warrior and vengeance demon hunter. But if I didn't have a co-tank that went prop paladin, I would for sure be doing it because that's how strong they feel. Oh, let's get the hell out of here. That needs to be interrupted, or just need to run out of that. Which, I'm just going to run out of that. My healer's almost dead. My healer is standing in it somewhere. Overflow, that's what it was. Yeah. So, when we talk about friendly fire Mythic Plus affixes, they experimented with one, and most people hated it. Can you imagine having something like, that Mythic Plus affix with friendly fire and bringing, I don't know, a fire mage with you that just passively cleaves everything all the time with every spell and their dots and everything? That'd be terrible. So I can't say I would recommend putting a friendly fire affix into Mythic Pluses. It would make some classes just not be able to run. Oh, nice. We got a Shadow Fury off. I hadn't seen Shadow Fury. I hadn't seen a Warlock do Shadow Fury in a very long time. That was cool. Wouldn't an affix that increases cooldowns by 5% every 10 seconds while in combat up to 100% be interesting? You'd have to pop all your cooldowns in the beginning. So in order to kind of combat that, you need to do really big pulls, use all your cooldowns up front, and then drop combat so that that stack goes all the way back down. That'd be interesting though. It would be interesting. I wonder if there's any place in WoW for people to, or for them to make kind of like in Warcraft 3 where we had the community maps and stuff like that, the custom made maps. I wonder if in WoW there would ever be a place for people to kind of make their own community games, kind of like your own private lobbies for war games, right? You get 5 or 10 of your buddies, or you know, pugs that just want to try stuff out. You build out a map, you build out some rules for it, and you jump in there, you give it a shot. Am I not getting healed? I'm dying. Would I mind sending a DM on Twitter when the raid starts? For sure, Christian. I think I sent a DM to you last time. So yeah. Yeah, Christian. I'll send you a DM, man. Don't worry about it. Alright. Let me CC these guys. Stop healing me, healer. That's what it was. That's what it was back in those days. Alright. Come on, CC someone. You got a totem. Use it. Ah, he picked it up and then he followed it up with, what does this do? Alright guys, let's try this. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Rodrigo. I appreciate it, man. Alright, so again, those ads have no aggro table. It's just the boss. So one thing that the boss does is when he does this, all of the ads start pulsing for damage as well. So here we go. We're going to get the AoE pulsing going out on them. So if you're anywhere near them, stay away from them or stun them. Now we're going to have one of these guys in rage. Here it is. Let's jump in here. This guy is now taking extra damage and needs to be nuked down. So let me try my best to just nuke it down. Try to help out, do a little bit of damage. And here's the AoE that they're going to be doing again. So let me see. Yeah, it can't be interrupted. Needs to be stunned. Just in case you guys were wondering. This on a Mythic Plus with Tyrannical is going to be a nightmare. All of those ads are going to take longer to take down. The pulsing damage from the earthquakes are going to hurt like hell. When these guys enrage and you need to focus them down and take them down, they're still going to take a long time to take down. Alright, so here it is. Here's the enrage. Let's take it down. And then we're going to have the AoE. Perfect. We killed it right before the AoE went out. Now we just got to focus the boss. Alright. He didn't summon any more ads. That was interesting. Oh, we got a new helmet. New helmet. Let's see. Just strength stamina. Makes me a stam bucket. I mean, I guess. I need more HP. I also forgot to equip the gloves because I was in combat the whole last dungeon. That second boss on that dungeon is glitched. The council fight. I wonder if there's going to be anything in this area. Alright. So, unlike me being able to handle things on my Demon Hunter, when we pull like the masterminds on this dungeon, it's not going to be the same for my Proud Warrior. So I want this mastermind to go away. I'm going to pull these guys, and then I'll pull this other group, and then we'll work our way on over and through. This last pull is going to be a nightmare. I already know it. Alright, so we have a few non-elites. Those rats have a tendency of leaping on people and jumping around. You know, not a big deal. They're non-elites. So I just need to make sure that I pick up these guys. The alchemist and the assistant. Alright, I want to clear over here next. Just to give us room, because if we start getting the mastermind or the other pull, there are some of the weapons guys in there. What are they called? Weapons tester. And those guys have a knockback ability. And so if they knock us back onto here, that'd be a rip. That'd be a wipe right there. So want to clear this area because of that. Now if we were doing Mythic Plus, maybe we don't need this for the enemy percentage, but we don't know yet. We don't know how much they're going to require, how much each mob is going to do. I want them to add Mythic Plus keys in the beta before we go live. Okay, now let's pull the Mastermind. Here's the hard pull. Oh, that was a bit of a lag spike. I thought I charged into the ground and got DC'd. As warriors out there, have you guys ever gotten a heroic leap and that somehow goes into one of the textures and they instantly DC you because they're like, no, they're cheating, they got into a texture, boot them now. Alright, a bunch of non-elites in this pool. We have the Mastermind coming around. I'm just going to pull the Mastermind just so we don't have any confusion. There it is. What I meant to say was I'm not going to pull the Mastermind. Somebody else will. I'm going to pull him back. I don't want him out there. Oh, man. Really? Come on. Come this way. Alright, I guess not. He's not. Masterminds do what they want. You know, they can't be interrupted, they can't be stunned. And last time we learned that not even Ring of Peace. You can't even knock them back with Ring of Peace. So, there's that. Those Masterminds are going to be... They're basically mini-bosses, but what's weird about them is mini-bosses normally have a much taller size and look more like bosses. These guys are just, you know, they just look like regular trash. But don't let that confuse you. They're tyrants. That's what they are. Oh, I thought they pulled a Mastermind. I thought I saw the nameplate run over here and I was like, no. No more Masterminds. The next pull is going to have 2 of them at the same time. Alright. Let's try this. They don't have the word peace in their dictionary. I believe it. Hey, they should give... Let's give this a shot. Well, rip to that. I almost died in the very beginning. These guys have a lot of magic damage that they throw out, the other guys and the Masterminds. And that was a ton of damage out on me. Let's do a shield wall now. This is getting out of hand, guys. Shield wall just fell off, so I'm going to throw out a stun on the rest of them. Of course, the Masterminds, you know, they don't listen to me. They do whatever the hell they want. And now that that stun is over, let's throw on another shield wall. It's all about having one cooldown up at every moment. And demoralizing shouts. We stayed alive. We stayed alive. Whoa, whoa. Getting too close there. This place is going to be a nightmare on bursting week, and bolstering, and raging, and wait for it, nerds. Can you imagine tanking this on necrotic? Where are you going to kite things to? There is no space in this dungeon. There is no space. Where do you want to run to when you get 20 stacks of necrotic? When the Mastermind can't be stunned, snared, or CC, how are you going to deal with necrotic? Can't stop him. He's coming for you. Oh man, and recklessness not being tied to like a tier set or anything feels bad, man. Oh no, is that one gonna die? Is he gonna die? Ooh, that thing hurts, dude. This charge right here hurts. Here's my healer. Healer's gonna die. Almost down to about 2k. I think that person's gonna die this time around. Nope, they're still. This healer's keeping everybody alive. Alright, let's move out of that a little bit. Go ahead and use my victory rush there. Heal up just a little bit. Alright, we're good. We got this. Now for all of the bombs. Now I can activate, like when we did these bombs on my Demon Hunter, I can activate demon spikes at any moment, right? I just need to have the pain for it. I don't think I can shield block the bombs, but we'll give it a shot. What did they do with Ignore Pain, and how is Prot Warrior? What did they give in return? Drathar, we've mentioned this a little bit right now, but the really shitty part and the unfortunate part right now is that for this BFA Alpha, what they really have done with warriors is take, and there's been no give. So Ignore Pain is gone. Look at my spellbook. The only thing I don't have on my bars is Heroic Leap, and that's because I have a macro for charge and Heroic Leap at the same time. And then you look at my bars, there's no Ignore Pain. It's gone. So Ignore Pain is completely gone, and then what we have is our rage generators now generate less rage. Our Shield Slam generates 15 instead of 20, and our rage spenders now require more rage. It costs 40 rage to get a shield block off. So unfortunately right now for warriors, things aren't looking good because it's been a lot of take and not enough give. The only thing that does give me hope is that in this latest build, where they did take away Ignore Pain, we have a change to the talent tree. Sorry. The talent tree, if you look here, on the 30, 45, and 75, there's a talent for each one of those that says coming soon. So that kind of gives me a little bit of hope that they're changing around the talent trees, and hopefully they're going to give us something else. I mean, hell, if in the row 30, you know, they're taking away Inspiring Presence, if they give us Neltharion's Fury right here, I would love Neltharion's Fury. 3.5 to 4 seconds, depending on what they do, of guaranteed 100% crit block is really good for certain boss abilities, for big mob pulls, necrotic week, whatever it is, you name it. It reduces the amount of damage you take in by so much. It's really cool. So I want them to have certain changes. Oh, that hurts. But who knows if they're going to, right? As of right now, Prot Warriors have just gotten nerfs and no buffs. The only thing that you can say about Prot Warriors that they have a leg up on is most other warriors, except for, like, you know, DKs, got their spell mitigation removed. So like Empower wards on Demon Hunters went away. You know, most tanks got that stuff removed, but Prot Warriors kept Spell Reflect. But then again, that's something that they've had forever. You know, it's not something that we should be rejoicing. I shouldn't have to be happy about keeping a spell that Prot Warriors have had, you know, since Burning Crusade. But yeah, right now, unfortunately, it looks like more take rather than give. If I show you right here, I have Vengeance up, but here we go. Shield block, 40 rage. Shield slam generates 15 rage. Our Thunderclap still does 5 rage. Revenge costs 30 rage, and the new Vengeance weaving is weaving between Revenge and Shield block, and I mean, it's okay. You know, we need to, if they want to keep weaving in, you know, that's the two things that we're going to be weaving right now. During certain attempts, I feel like I just have extra rage as well. It'd be nice if we got some other form of rage dump, and I'm not saying Heroic Strike necessarily, but something else. the beginning of our rotation is very clunky because we don't have the rage necessary until we start taking damage. But if we talk about our rage rotation, the stuff that we're generating, it's not enough to keep us where we should be. It's until I start taking all this damage that my rage starts evening out and actually becoming a lot more than I probably need. Is that gonna hit the Warlock pet? Oh, it's gonna hit the Warlock. Cool. Last night you found a rare 122 mob that actually took a group to kill. Nice. I think they made warrior passive mitigation better. Yes, they did. I think they might. Yeah. So warrior damage intake is better without, like, if I have nothing up, no shield block, no demo shout. The damage I take in is better. That being said, I've played every other tank in the alpha as well, and warriors just feel very weak in comparison. Our active mitigation feels like it's somewhat on par with other people, but we need a lot more setup to get it up, right? Our rage generation is slow. It's been moved down to the point where it just feels very clunky trying to get our AM up in the very beginning of a pull, and then after that, I don't know. It just they just feel kind of weak. Also, I know Azerite armor barely got added in. It's early to kind of say things are out of whack, but our Azerite armor buff, it doesn't do anything. Our Azerite armor spell, yeah, it's not worth anything. Higher passive armor. So right now my armor on my tune on live is, I believe, 47%. I'm at 47%. So yeah, it's gonna have higher passive armor because I'm on the low end right now. So hopefully when I hit 120 and it scales up with me, the armor values are gonna scale up a little bit more. But in most expansions, I think warriors have been sitting at about 50 to 55% armor mitigation. So I can't expect too much more. Better gear scaling. We don't know the gear scaling yet because we can't really do 120, right? So since I can't do maximum level, it's hard for me to say, hey, at max level, this is gonna look, you know, this way or that way. We'll see if someone activates the bomb. We're good. Yeah. As much as I love my prot warrior, I'm still waiting for the changes. Like today, I logged on my prot warrior to try to test it out with the Azerite armor. I really want to see. I also have like the dodge mechanic on it. Yeah. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it just as much as any other prot warrior. You know, and you guys know that I love my prot warrior. I'm not going to stop playing my prot warrior regardless of what the changes are. One bad tier, even if the first tier in BFA is bad for prot warriors, you know, we'll find a way around it. I think the design team in WoW, it's going to be very difficult for them to make any class unplayable, but in this moment, warriors are very, very weak. Passive mitigation is better than it is in live, but so is everyone else's. You know what I mean? Every other tank also just has better passive mitigation because they're nerfing what they do with active mitigation uptime on everyone. So yeah, everybody's passive is a little bit better. Alright, so now we need to guide this boss on top of these pillars. So the boss right now targeted the healer. Let's see who, there it is. Healer standing on one of the pylons over here. Perfect. Who's he targeting now? Oh, melee DPS. He was too far away to do anything. You're hoping that they make warrior these crazy high armor meat shields. That'd be nice. I would love that too. If warriors were specialized to be the king the king of physical mitigation because they have their shield, they were plate, they've always been about shield block and getting those blocks off. I'd be perfectly fine with it, you know. Even if we're weak against magic, we can find a way around that via trinkets, via versatility stacking, well-timed spell reflex, demo shouts, you know. We can find a way around it. So I would be okay if they make us complete physical mitigators. But for right now, you know, we don't really have anything that we're the most amazing tank at, unfortunately. So hopefully these new talent points that they took away, and that they're going to be changing, because Inspiring Presence is gone, and then this one was, I forget what it was called, something Fury, the one that enraged us whenever we used stuff like Ignore Pain. That was there, and then this talent point was actually I don't remember. It's always the one that increases your IP size depending on how much HP you're lacking. So they removed those 3 talent points. Hopefully the new 3 talent points that they're gonna add are gonna be doing they're gonna be good. That's the hope. And yeah, I would be okay if they do stuff with just making us completely physical, or making us really good when there's block up, you know, something like that. Alright, let's see. Let me queue up for PvP Island Expedition. Remember, that does need a total of 6 people. So we'll see how that goes. My Azerite necklace still hasn't leveled up outside of that. So our Thunderclap with our Azerite armor gives us a bubble that's 394, right? I have a total of 26,000 HP. You know, 400 of a bubble isn't going to do very much. And then we talk about this effect. This bubble is going to be another 262. Again, not really going to be doing much. I think these values need to go up a lot. Increasing item level, it's going to be nice. These are going to be nice for questing. And then this dodge one, it's okay. 170 dodge seems like more than what it is. I believe 170 dodge ends up being like 15%, which is still a really solid amount, but I wonder if that amount is going to scale up with us when we start getting to 120, because the higher level we are, the higher requirement we're going to need for those values. Hey guys, the next brawl is only in almost a year. Can I switch those armor talents anytime? Did I get a chance to play on any of the other tanks? So I've played with these Azerite armor. I've played on a Demon Hunter and on a Protection Warrior. As far as changing the talents, I can't. I don't know if this is like... Let me see. Maybe if I pop one of these guys, right? Allowing me to change talents. Let's see. Alright, and no. Just doesn't let me do it right now. So I'd have to kind of like create a new tune. So this might be kind of like the Netherlight Crucible, which kind of sucks, right? If I'm going to go Arms or Fury, I can't change this. It kind of sucks. But yeah, I've played with Demon Hunters. Demon Hunters actually get a really nice effect here. They get a bubble that can be as high as 6,000. And that's anytime. Single target, multi-target, doesn't matter. They get a bubble that can be as high as 6,000. As far as playing with the Azerite armor with anyone else, last stream we went over every single class and spec and their Azerite armor, but me actually testing it in combat has just been Prot Warrior and Vengeance Demon Hunter. What time is a Friday raid? Usually you'd love to jump in. That would be in about an hour. Yeah, in about an hour, about 45 minutes. I'm gonna see if I can get this PvP island queued up, and if not, I want to do another dungeon. I want to get a trinket from one of the dungeons and test it out to see if they go into PvP, you know, because They're still trying to balance all that stuff, so I want to see that. You're at work for 2 more? Yeah, we'll start the normal on Taurus in about an hour, and then after we start it, it'll last about another hour and a half. It's about the time. Normally live streams are about 3.5 to 4 hours. That's the average. All right, everybody's still loading in. We've got a few warriors in here. No, we've got one other warrior in here. Okay. Hey, I think Paladin's got Blessing of Kings now. Look at that. Greater Blessing of Kings. What? Greater Blessing of Kings gives a bubble? Wait, what? Okay, I want to check it out after this combat. Okay. 762 absorption every 6 seconds. Absorbs a neck. Wow. So Greater Blessing of Kings is now a bubble. When it first was out, it was every stat plus 10%. That's interesting. Greater Blessing of Kings giving everybody Pridas. How much is the absorption? 762. For context, our armor gives us a bubble for half of that. Love my weekly Mythic Plus videos. Every stream we've caught has been chill. Thanks, man. I appreciate you stopping by and supporting the channel. I really do. Alright. Oh, got the pull. Gotta get that stun off so I can get some good cleave going. Pick things up. Oh man, you see that? Like rage start once we start taking a lot of damage, rage starts getting capped. So I'd like something to do when that happens. Okay, let's pull these guys. Did you see that burst? It took me from like from like 90% down to like 30. What is going on? Healer! Healer, please. Healer. Healer, I'm gonna die. Oh man, the healer's completely AFK. He's even standing in a puddle. Just gonna die. Alright, let me go over here. Get my victory rush off. Healer just died in a puddle. Come on. That burst was crazy, first of all. And not having a healer kind of sucks. One other person left alive. Paladin Masterclass. Paladins are really good right now, man. Max, are you playing a Paladin in the alpha right now? Oh, we had that guy trying to run away, trying to warn other people. The King's Blessing is the same in live? Oh, okay. I hardly ever see King's Blessings go out, you know? We don't have any kind of like Rep Pallies or Holy Pallies in our guild run, so it's interesting. I honestly had not paid attention to that. No, let's pull these guys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You're playing a Disc Priest to 119. Nice. Why the sudden change to Disc Priest? Oh, is it healing Qs are instant in the alpha, right? That's one thing. Tanking Qs are low, but I think there's even less people playing healers in the alpha than there are tanks. We can kill these donkeys. hey, maybe if we kill them, they that means we quote-unquote tame them and they become mounts. That's how life works, right? That's how you break their spirit. Alright, we got shield block up, trying to mitigate all the things, trying to not die. I want to see this this mount drop. So this next boss is riding a parrot mount that actually is on his loot table. So it's set to drop. I don't know what the drop chance is. I have still yet to see it drop. But I've run this dungeon maybe like 20-30 times, so nothing too crazy. If it's a 1% drop chance, it makes sense that I haven't seen it yet. You wanted to see how it was with leveling and survivability? I didn't know you were into Disc Priest. Alright. So this mount drops. I want it. I want it. Is the hunter AFK? The hunter. Oh, he's skinning. Hey, he's skinning all sorts of things. Look at this. Calcified bones. Nothing. Any thoughts on monks as a whole? You like hybrids and want to main either a shaman or a monk. You like shaman, but having that tanking option is too juicy. Healing is your jam. So right now, Brewmaster monks are always going to have a place in the meta when we talk about progression tanking, because they make your healer's life easier, right? Every other tank is getting hit by a move that hits 10k. The way stagger works, that means that your Brewmaster tanks are going to be getting hit for 1k. They're going to take the rest of the damage over time. So, you know, your healers aren't going to have to stress out. No cooldown popping on their behalf or anything like that. So, Brewmaster monks are always going to have a place in the meta. As far as how they feel right now, in order to do big time questing, like most tanks can just run in and just pull things, right? What is this doing? Heals an increasing amount. Nice. So most tanks can do giant AoE pulls, and Brewmaster monks seem to lack that a little bit, but they did get changed around, so they did increase their healing. I haven't gone back and looked at them since this change happened, like, you know, a week or two ago. But, ooh, a new sword that's a hook. Crit verse. Let's try it. Let's give it a shot. It doesn't have any haste, but we'll give it a shot. So yeah, Brewmaster monks are always going to be in a good place. As far as Windwalker monks, the DPS monks, did you by any chance follow the Mythic Dungeon Invitational? All of the qualifying keys had 1 tank and 4 DPS monks. So Windwalker monks are doing amazing right now. There's no need to worry about them. They're just tearing things up right now. So when we talk about like cleave damage, AoE damage, Windwalker monks put every other class to shame. So yeah, if you want to roll monk, then I don't know how healing monks are, but I'd imagine they're still pretty damn good. I don't think you have anything to worry about. If you roll monk, I think you're gonna have 3 very good specs. $17 at 110 and no restriction because of Legos. BFA is gonna be lit. Oh man, they're gonna get rid of Legos. Oh, you didn't really see it at all? Oh, you know of it, but you didn't really see it? Yeah, man. Every high key was 1 DK tank and 4 Windwalker monks. Unfortunately, monks aren't the fastest for clearing Mythic Plus, but they're still good, man. They saw the least representation when we talk about Mythic Dungeon Invitational, but the Mythic Dungeon Invitational is more of a time trial than it is weighing in on certain classes being able to do certain things. Like every class can push a high Mythic Plus key, and arguably if you're new to pushing content, Brewmaster monks are going to be better for you because they take less spiky damage. You know, that upfront damage with stagger is just going to be so low. They're probably going to be better for if you're planning on pushing. They're going to be better so that you get used to mechanics. They're gonna give you that wiggle room, which is part of what makes shaman healing so fun. Healing monks are very good, but most people say they lack utility. Yeah, I can see that. They seem to have a lot of really good heals, but yeah, shamans get a lot of utility. And I think that's just because shamans were so lore rich when they first came out, right? When we talk about, oh god, these are gonna pull. Yep. We talk about like vanilla and BC. Shamans and paladins were some of the classes that had the most utility because they were super hybrid specs, and they also had a ton of lore behind them. You know, they were faction locked. They were what made you choose Alliance or Horde. Probably for a lot of people, it's what influenced it a lot. So yeah, when we talk about like those classes, shamans just have a lot of baked in utility from years and years of this. Definitely, you're going to be pushing as far as you can. You have a lot less time to play these days. You want to focus on one character. Yep, I completely agree. The thing is, so Legion wasn't very alt friendly, right? We had to get Legos, we had to build up artifact power, we had to do all this. Well, I think BFA is going to allow everyone, like especially when you say we don't have enough, or that you don't have enough time, I think you're going to be finding it that in BFA it should be a little bit easier, because Azerite armor doesn't Titan Forge, doesn't Warforge. So let's say you want to get that new Azerite chest piece, you know which raid boss to go kill, where to get it. So that's going to be basically 4 pieces of armor that are kind of set in stone, right? It's going to be, Azerite is going to be helmet, shoulders, and chest. But we also have your Azerite neck piece, which once you level it up to a certain amount, kind of like your artifact weapon, you know, it's everything above that is not going to be necessary. So even when I look right now at the Azerite neck piece, there's a final talent point, and it doesn't have additional stacks. So once you're done, you're done. So there's not going to be as much building on one character as possible. So I think, you know, you're not going to have to take your chances on rolling legendaries and building that power on every single spec. And, you know, we're going to have more room, more time for those alts, which is going to be nice for Mythic Plus, because as of right now, I think people are starting to build communities around Mythic Plus and being like, hey, you know, I know this guy is a tank, let's bring him, let's bring her, let's bring that, you know, all these smaller groups are building up around Mythic Plus because it's a cool thing to do. I actually really enjoy it, and having that limitation of not having every single spec kind of sucks. So I think the next step for Mythic Plus to keep growing is for Blizzard to say, we have to be able to give people additional, we have to be able to give people the ability to go DPS, to go tank, to go healing, without having them invest all this time into legendaries, invest all this time into weapons. So I think there's definitely a place for that. This dog is just going to chill out here? Okay. Curious, if you can't change the talents on Azerite pieces, you would need a chest piece for each one of your specs. That's what it looks like, Bolt, but I truly want to say that's not how it's going to be. I really hope it's not, because right now they have one for each of the specs. Now, if we get one chest piece for tanking, one for DPSing, one for healing, that might be a little bit better, but it still would limit us. What I would ideally like to see is something like the, you know, Obliterum Forge or the Netherlight Crucible, where you can go over there and I don't even care if it's for a small fee or not, but allow us to change those talent points in that Azerite armor. Because what if running Mythic Plus I need this dodge chance, and then what if running raiding I need the Elemental Whirl, you know? It would suck to have 2 of the exact same chest piece just because I want a different talent point on them. You know what I mean? So I definitely hope that they change it. I hope that like in the new towns, in both like the Zandalari main town and Kultiras or whatever, I hope that there's a place where you go, a blacksmith you go to who can reforge that Azerite. So I hope so. I need to pop some cooldowns for this part. This part damages me a ton. I don't see any debuffs on me, so I don't know why I take so much damage during this portion. That blackout barrel ended up in a weird place. Have I tried Brewmaster Monk? Yes. I haven't tried it with Azerite armor though, but the last time I tried Brewmaster Monk was maybe about 3 weeks ago or something. I did a whole live stream where all I did was Brewmaster Monk. And we actually ran a little bit of testing on them because we didn't know exactly how their mechanics worked for getting the healing globes out. And then somebody in the comment section typed in the new formula. But yeah, there was, you know, some weird stuff with that. Just need a tomb like talents to respec. Yeah, that'd be nice. Because I popped this tome right here, right? I popped this tome and it still didn't let me change the talent points. Nobody ever gets loot from that boss. I wonder if there's supposed to be like a loot chest that they're guarding. Maybe. I mean, it's a group of pirates, right? Maybe a loot chest that they just haven't implemented yet. But, you know, getting additional gear would be nice. Blind Rage gonna kill my healer. Leave my healer alone. Alright. Just curious, mainly, you like running rep for raids and prop pally for Mythic Plus. It was a pain this expansion at the start. Yes, absolutely. Was hoping it wouldn't be the case. I hope so, man. I hope so. I think the way that Legion is now is way better than when it launched. They implemented a lot of new systems, and what I really hope happens is they just take the best parts. Just take the best parts of each one, right? Artifact weapons were kind of cool because they had some unique abilities, like the golden traits were really cool. They gave us a different way of playing, and if you didn't necessarily follow that playstyle, it wouldn't hurt you. It was just kind of small little additional things. You know, they're following that up with Azerite armor. We have the AP system wasn't a complete failure. It was the artifact power system failed in the sense that it was only class or spec specific, right? That's what really sucked. You got your knowledge up, but you wanted to get that last talent point. So they're fixing that by making AP character wide. So your new AP is your Azerite, your Heart of Azerite, and that is across your character. You're gonna wear that necklace no matter what spec you are. So they're doing a lot of things to kind of help fix these things. They're implementing legendaries. The legendary stuff was cool in the sense that I like the effects it had, right? Some of those legendaries were really cool with the effects that they added. That being said, they're kind of adding that into either our talent point or the Azerite chest piece. So they're kind of, you know, doing a little bit of a half and half. So they're doing some things to kind of make it a little bit more friendly and a little bit better. Artifact knowledge sucked too, yes. I hope that there's no Azerite knowledge where you learn how to, I don't know, what could it be? Learn how to extract the ore more efficiently from the Azerite. You know, I just don't do that. Just make it flat, the whole expansion. Make it so that once I level up to level 10, I no longer need it, you know? I'm okay with a little bit of a grind because I'll get this chest piece, right? This is my chest piece right here. Now my chess piece has a base item level. Let's say my base item level. Let's compare it to Legion, right? Let's say my base item level is 900. That means that every time I get another point, it's kind of like if I'm getting a Warforged version of it and getting 5 extra item levels on it. So let's say I can Warforge or Titan Forge up to a maximum of plus 20 levels on that piece. That means that I have an end game, right? Hey guys, I just got a new Azerite in it. Let's go run 5 Mythic Pluses this week, and I'll finish leveling it up. If I don't care about leveling it up, you know, I'll work on it as time goes on. Depends on how hardcore of a raider I am. But give us a grind, but give us an end to the grind. Like, I like having the grind. It's the reason why I play MMOs, or MMORPGs specifically. But I also want an end to the grind. If you make every single grind endless, I don't have time to play every class, every spec. Oh, we got someone who DC'd. What is my main server? On live, my main server, I go between 2 different ones. I have my Prot Warrior, who's my main on Dalaran, US Dalaran, and my Vengeance Demon Hunter, who I really enjoy playing too, is on Terralion, the US realm Terralion. I play on Horde, both sides. No more infinite grind, agreed. Yes, I love a grind, but I also love an end to that grind. Like, when we talk about, I used to very, very seriously raid in Wrath of the Lich King, and in you know, there was something nice about saying, my character is done. I hate this thing. There was something really nice about finishing your character. You know, once you finished your character, that's when you would go stand near the bank, right? Stand near the mailbox, and you were like, all right, I'm done. I've got all my pieces. I've got all my new tier. I've got everything settled. Everything is done. So as much as I love a grind, I love an end to it. And then it was like, you know what? I get a break now. I get to level up my other tunes. In 2 months, new raid comes out. I'm back to the grind. But I love having the end as well. Now, I don't think the end should be easy to get to. You know, especially now we have LFR, we have normal, we have heroic, we have mythic. So every grind is different, and every grind has its own difficulties. So I don't think every grind should be easy. Finishing your character's gear should take a long time to do. It's going to require mythic rating, but I definitely think there should be an end. You're a Horde since vanilla, also Tichondrius since vanilla. You tried Ali once, your head exploded. I used to play Alliance when I first started the game. Everybody that I knew IRL that played this game went Alliance. My first character was actually a troll, but then once I got people into the game, you know, I was more excited to play with all of my IRL buddies than, you know, than anything else. So they all went Alliance, and I went Alliance. I used to play on Bronzebeard for a very long time, but I used to really enjoy PvP. It was one of my favorite things in the game. So I went to Tichondrius because Tichondrius had a very good PvP scene in that battle group. You know, I was from Bronzebeard, so Tichondrius was my same battle group. So I actually went to Tichondrius in Cataclysm, I think. And I took a shaman, race changed it to orc, or it might have been my shadow priest. Either Ellie shaman or shadow priest. Took it to Tichondrius, switched it to Horde, and played for, you know, a few months that expansion. But yeah, I mean, Tichondrius had a really good PvP scene back in the day, man. I don't know how it is now. He hates Alliance now. I hate Alliance now. I let my true Horde colors come out now. Hopefully the PvP Island queue pops right after this. It's the hope and the dream. Sharknado? Sharknado! Get the hell away. Good. Feel the hate. Oh no, not the street sharks. They're coming after us, man. I need to keep moving this boss. Street sharks are real. Street sharks are killing my DPS warrior. I think they made the street sharks faster. Look at these things. Oh man, the hell. Your Ravager's back there. I'm sorry, man. I don't want to get eaten by a street shark. They're the worst type of shark. Oh no! Oh no! The other shark changed aggro. I think they just aggro to whoever's closest. I think they changed the way the sharks work too. I think, if I remember correctly, before there was only one active at any given moment. It was never two active. Look at this. Alright. Ring of Booty. Nice. I don't think I can equip it because I'm stuck in combat in this dungeon. What? Why do I have pants that are so high item level? Where the hell did I get these 280s? These are 210s. Listen, I don't know where these other pants came from. I don't have any pants in my inventory. Oh, yes, I do. Huh. No idea. No idea. What food should you pick up after work, and why is it pizza? Because you know why it's pizza? Because pizza and beer go amazing together. That's why it's pizza. Which means that we also know your choice of refreshment. What's up, Epic? What's Azerite armor? Azerite armor, Maddie plays, is the new armor that's going to be added in BFA. So I'll show you right now. So the whole storyline is Azerite is bleeding from Azeroth. And then if you take a look here at my chest piece, you see how it says shift right click to view Azerite powers. It has a talent tree inside this chest piece. So if I shift right click, I get this new menu. I have these talent choices here that do different things, and as I level up, as I infuse my armor with more Azerite, I get to level it up and I get these new talent points. So I also have this necklace here, the Heart of Azeroth, that there's going to be 4 pieces of Azerite armor per character, and that's going to be your helmet, your shoulders, your necklace, and your chest piece. And they're each going to have like individual talent points, so you're going to be able to kind of get some different effects out of each one of them. So it's going to be something new to look forward to. I think they're going to implement like the current artifact weapon points. I think they're going to be thrown in there a little bit, and also like the PvP points, I think they're also going to go in there a little bit. So depending on which piece we're talking about, I think they're going to get different talents, different things like that. But I think they're mainly for that. I think it's mostly for implementing all these systems together and giving us as much diversity and utility back. Like they've mentioned that they want utility back in the game per class, and I think this is how they're going to do it. I think they're going to do it via these new pieces, because we have a lot of pieces that are going to be ending up giving us a lot of choices. Originally, I thought only the neck piece was going to give us choices, but now that they added it, you know, there's all these additional choices we get to make. You're like 60-40 PvE PvP. You think the scene is good in Tichondrius? A lot of PvP focused guilds. Still, a lot of elitism. That's always been around in Tichondrius for PvP. I feel, at least for PvP. I don't know too much about their PvE scene, but I remember that happening a lot back in the day, because Tichondrius was the best server in their battle group for PvP. So, you know, that just leads to that. I don't have my interrupt anymore. Oh no, no, no. Oh, that got close. Like the stream? Thanks, man. Someone please tell me. Sorry, Maddie. I was just in the middle of a boss fight. Couldn't look down and read. Do these sharks even need water? No, man. They're street sharks. You never saw that cartoon? Street sharks? They just need to go through the street, man. That's all. Street sharks are tough, too. They probably have face tattoos. You know, they grew up in the streets of Chicago. These guys are no joke. $280 is higher than Legos. Yeah, man. I don't know how I got that random leg piece. This is a new toon I created, so I have no idea. Wait, somebody said that they're logging? What? I want to check this out. I want to check out this log. Huh. So the Azerite net thingy will auto upgrade? Yes. That's every time, like every time right now I run a dungeon. Oh, you can't see right now. I get a little bit of Azerite, but right now I don't know where to see the XP bar for it. But yes. Frog Barrel, you definitely should get some beer, man. It's what's necessary. Rest in peace, order halls. Yep. Just like player homes. I mean, I even forgot the name of player homes already. What the hell were they called? In WoD? Oh, man. See, I just... anything that's traumatic for me, I just try to block it out of my mind. Whatever the hell player homes were called. RIP. Leave those in the past, too. So we're going to collect Azerite just like AP. Not as much. It has an end. Look at that. Like, you know, on one of my characters, I want to say I'm Azerite level 5 or 6 already. Like, there's an end to the grind. You can feel good that there's an end. Oh man, I wanted the trinket. Oh, so they're gonna link logs. Okay, let me see. I want to see this. Let me open up a browser window because I have nothing to be able to copy paste this. Jogging that PTS. Garrisons, yes. Disgusting. Get out of here. Okay, so this guy's going to link it once he uploads. Okay, I definitely want to see logs. Just tons of people that don't even have high rating that only want to play with people that are 2.2k. That happens, man. That happens. Even like with current content, when we talk about any realm, it doesn't matter what realm. Hey, a new dungeon came out. Yeah, you need AOTC. It came out yesterday. I don't care. You need AOTC. It came out what? Easy monies. I want to see this log. This guy's gonna upload it right now and link it. What was that one cartoon with land sharks? Yeah, it was Street Sharks. It was Street Sharks. That's why I'm mentioning that. My favorite beer, Magic Hat number 9, if we're going cheap generic, Paps, PBR. Favorite beer is Delirium. Delirium Hef. Okay, he's uploading. Let me know if you've had Delirium, Frog. It's good stuff. Okay, let me do this. Warcraft logs. Oh, they really are logs. It's a thing. I'm taking a lot of damage. Okay, I'm gonna check out those logs at a later time. I'm glad somebody was logging that. It's interesting. Don't I miss the real final boss of WoD, the Garrison tanking dummies? Those are hilarious. I remember I had a buddy who didn't play most of WoD, and then I told him, I was like, yeah, look at my Garrison. I got everything upgraded and stuff. Don't worry about it. And then I was like, hey, you should test your DPS on that dummy. Why don't you go over there and just hit that dummy for me real quick? Since he didn't play a lot of WoD, he was very under-leveled, under-geared, and he hit that dummy, and that dummy almost one-shot him. He wasn't ready. He was not ready for it. Even now, you don't visit order halls. I still do it for the missions. So I'm still in queue for this PvP dungeon. Let me respec somewhere. Let me do it. You still do order hall stuff on like 5 tunes? Yeah. I do it sometimes. Not as much as I should. Archimon. Oh man. Oh, you send your followers on mission. Oh, you do it via the app. Hey, the app is the auction house app is getting a retirement date. They're gonna come out with a brand new app that does everything all at once. You told me it was possible. I know. I don't know how. I tried to get add-ons into the alpha, but I don't see where. I don't see where to do it. Let me see. Let me whisper. Let me see if they tell me the secret of getting add-ons working. Share logs with us? Sure. If you guys can't click through that, because I know oh, okay. Yeah, if you guys can't see that, because YouTube sometimes does weird things, I'm about to put it in the description of YouTube. Okay, so it should be in the description. Yeah, it just pushed through. So if you guys don't see it in the description, just refresh it, and then you guys will see it. $404. All right, check the description. I know the YouTube redirects on chat, half the time they don't work. It's kind of annoying. Let me do this. Let me link it on Twitch too. Here we go. You guys go for the Twitch viewers. Nice. Okay, so logging combat is exactly the same. So now I need to go through Alpha and do logs for every class and every tanking class and see if I'm right on some of these things. You thought you were ready, but you weren't. Everybody for WoD. Garrisons. Garrisons were no good. Alright, I want to see if this PvP island does pop. Doesn't have a queue up time. Let me ask in general. If we can get a group of 3, I imagine finding 3 alliance would be a little bit easier when you're in a full group of 3. And is the LFG tool working? No. Yeah, there's no way to start a group. Oh, because I'm queued up. Got it. Yep, not working. Oh. I asked someone if they wanted to do islands. I got an invite. Is this guy from the last front? No. Okay. Let's do this then. You don't know what you're looking at? Not familiar with logs? I have to do a log breakdown for everybody one day, just so you can kind of see what logs are looking like. It just feels bad that now my damage taken is like mostly damage taken. The blocking is such a small amount. If you look at like my live logs, my bar of damage taken, I actually only take about 1/4 of that damage because of blocking and ignore pain. But it feels bad, man. No healing done by me. I just, you know, did a little bit of healing every now and then when I could. Hey, my damage done. I was keeping up with the hunter in that run. Nice.
Get him.
Mohammed, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Let me do this. Yeah, those logs look interesting. So we're queued up for these PvP islands. Got a 2-man group here. Actually, we've got a healer. Nice. A resto druid? A resto druid. We'll see if it pops. Hopefully it does. If it does not, we'll go over to do our normal Antorish run. And we'll probably do a skip today too. We'll probably just do Garathi Hounds, Agrimar Argus, and just to give everybody the chance of getting that sweet mount at Hounds for the people that don't have it, and then go on over, get our Pantheon Blessing or Pantheon Trinket itself as well. Are the PvP and PvE islands separate? Yes, yes they are. So here's where I queue up for islands. I click this. Top 2 choices are queue solo for a normal difficulty island, which is PvE, queue party, and then we have queue solo, queue party for PvP island. For 1 week, they actually had the heroic and mythic level difficulties on this as well, but they got rid of them for this week. Last week they had heroic and mythic difficulties, but when you did mythic difficulty island, the opposite group that you ran into, like I'm Horde, so when I ran into the Alliance AI group, even though it was PvE, they would hit me for like 60 to 70% of my HP per ability. So I was just, you know, mythic level dungeons, you were just getting slapped around by this AI that was just, you know, destroying you. So they removed them. I'm assuming just some tuning changes, because the actual island itself, like all of the like crabs and hosen and whatever it is that you fight, those were fine. They were very difficult and very unforgiving, but I mean, we're talking about the difference between normal and heroic. That was the hardest difficulty, and it was fine. I could handle it, you know. But the PvP with the AI portion of it, it was terrible. Let me show you guys this as well. We have some placeholder mounts here. You guys see that? Yeah. Placeholder mounts here. Waycrest horse. Waycrest donkey. So we can get that donkey that we're talking about. Are we going to raid later? Yeah. What else is there? There's this guy right here who's a recolor of like the pre-order. We've got another horse, another horse. What else is a placeholder? This is a placeholder. Just all these horses. And then here it is. And then he can have armor. I don't know why the armor decided to look like this, of all things. But hey, it's got armor. I like the seat on it. It's got, you know, nice bones on here. And then we've got more hovercrafts, different variations. This is one of the ones that drops from that dungeon that I mentioned to you guys. We get these parrot mounts. And then, no, this one, a frog mount. I need this. I need this in my life. I don't know how to get it. I need it. And then we've got this thing, which this is, you know, if you've ever wanted to ride a Rancor, here it is. Here it is right here. This is the closest you're going to get to it in World of Warcraft. And then, of course, Jurassic Park theme music. What's up, Brian? How you doing, man? And then we've got this thing right here, which is honestly just the stuff of nightmares. Like, why? There's daggers here, potions. It looks like the thing. I've got a little bumblebee. And I think that's it. More horses. Oh, one of these things that is reminiscent of the AQ40 boss, and then one of the new bosses also just uses this. And I think that's it. I think that's all the placeholders that there are. Yeah, that's it. One of the best parts of WoD was Hypnotoad. Things are going good, Brian. We might just yeah, we're about to end the stream and give it a 10-minute break so that we have a separation between this and live. So yeah, we're about to end this stream and head on over to do the normal Antorish raid. Zandalore Troll not available during BFA launch. I know. There was so much talk about allied races, and they said these are the allied races, and then all of a sudden they were like, they're not available. Yeah. Feels bad. Feels bad. You need that Blood Feaster thing in your life? Dude, that thing is ugly. That is the stuff of nightmares. Really? You need this thing? Where is it? Where is it? Huh. This thing right here. You need this? If this flies too, because look, I mean, it's webbed, right? If this thing can just go from a land mount to full on just jump up in the air and start flying, that is the stuff of nightmares. That's how you do, like, if you're gonna do a PvP video, you do it with this thing and you swoop down on people and murder them. Like, this is what you do. But yeah, there's this thing. I'd like this thing a lot more. Can I get on the tail end of the raid? For sure, man. Unless we clear. We're gonna do the skip, so we'll see how fast it goes. But yeah, for sure. You can jump in whenever you're ready, man. Alright, that is going to wrap up this stream. So I'm going to do a little 10-minute break so that the streams do separate. I will be live in 10 minutes. I have to change the titles, change the thumbnails, things like that. So come back in 10 minutes and we will do the normal Antorish run. And so everybody can get their blessings, maybe some trinkets, maybe we can see another Aman'Thul's. We've already seen one Aman'Thul's, so it's not a lie, it exists. So join us in about 10 minutes. PvP video in 2018, it's gonna happen, Frog. If they bring back PvP, I'll do it. I'll do it. The flying spider things from Wrath of the Lich King, yes, actually they do look very similar to that. Alright guys, see you all in 10 minutes. Where is this? Boom.